Good morning. Good morning from Melbourne, Australia. Good evening to friends in the US, and greetings to any friends in Europe who might be watching, probably on replay. I am happy to see people here today. Sorry, I'm just checking things on my monitor here to make sure everything's working and that I can see everybody and see who's watching. There we go. Might be a little bit slow this morning. We are working very, very hard here in Australia to get our internet to keep up with demand from home. Hello, Gladys. Hello, Roseanne. Nice to see you. So yeah, hopefully it will come in nicely and not be glitchy this week. If it winds up being glitchy, remember when I post the replay, that's being recorded live on my phone, and so it should be a good recording and should be easy to watch on the replay. So hopefully, fingers crossed for good results here. Okay, let's get started. Get rid of that. And today, I'm going to do my take on this card, which I received from one of the first Australian demonstrators that I met. Name is Ruth, and she lives south of Melbourne, but in the Melbourne area, and she was brand new to the Random Act of Kindness card group that I joined here in Australia. Actually, it's a global one, and if you're interested in participating, I'll put the link up on it. We just send people cards because we feel like it. And I sent her a card not too long after we moved here, and had told her that that I was brand new here. And oh, is it being glitchy? Anyway, she reached out to me by phone, and we've been friends and exchanging cards since. She's been to my house a couple of times, and I have an invitation to go see them out more towards the country. We just haven't made it down there. Anyway, she sent me this card for my birthday in January and said put a note in there that she had cased it from the catalog, which is using this Forever Blossoms bundle. Let me see what this is doing. Okay, let's see if it catches up to me here. So this Forever Blossoms bundle, and she cased this card, and you can see that she made some changes based on her preferences, and I am going to, both of us kept this motif, or she kept this spray of flowers, which is also what I'm interested in keeping, and she changed the shape of the Whisper White, and she did different things with the words, and she added this ribbon. So I'm going to do something a little bit different again. I'm keeping some of her elements and then putting my own twist on it. So let's get started. Hi, Liz. Nice to see you. Yes, I'm thinking that maybe people working from home might take a little work break here, have a coffee, and tune in. That's great. So I went ahead and, just like Ruth did, I pool party base and another layer that's been run through the Scripty 3D embossing folder. And a lot of this stuff I did in advance because it's not fun to sit here and watch me shake the camera with my big shot as I do all this stuff. And I kept Ruth's stitched rectangle die piece because that's an easy one to do. And let's see. I'm actually going to make 2 of these panels. I'm only going to make 1 card on camera for you today, but I'll probably make a second one. I'm going to do 2 different sentiments here, just because I couldn't choose, and I decided, well, I've cut 2 pieces. I'll just do both of them. So this is early espresso. I think looking at the catalog, maybe they use soft suede, but it doesn't particularly matter. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp this in the corner. This is Birthday Wishes, and it's from the Varied Vases stamp set. You can use any sentiment from any set. Ruth used this happy birthday, and just can't land my mind on which set that's from, but I'm pretty sure I have that one too. But I found this one this morning and it clicked with me. So there we go. And then the other, I think, so I'm going to do one as a birthday card, and the other one I'm going to use this Always and Forever because I think it would make a really nice wedding card. So I need to grab another block here. And just looking to see. Yep, I think about the same place here. And I'm going to do a test stamp because I haven't stamped with this one before, and I want to see kind of how it lines up on things. Because remember, when you can't see through, like on a clear stamp, I may have put the sticker on, not necessarily straight, and sometimes the die cut stamp itself isn't necessarily centered or even straight. But this one's pretty good. I can see that I've got it right on the lines and it's straight, so that gives me a good sense of things. I love the grid paper for things like that because now I can tell if I put my piece of cardstock straight and it's even got that stitched line, I can probably get this pretty darn straight. Yep. So, and part of that is practice. If you find that you're not doing it straight, just keep practicing. Yeah, I have a team member who just was very frustrated she couldn't do bows, and as I've said over the years to my customers and team members, sit in front of the TV with a piece of scrap string or ribbon and just keep tying bows, and you will get the muscle memory to do it, and you will get a much better sense of what it takes to tie the bows the way you want them to come out and how to zhuzh them to get them to work right. Okay, so I have already gone ahead and cut out pieces to make this flower spray. And I have not spent much time looking at how it was put together. But I think the thing to do will be to go ahead and mount one of these. With dimensionals. So I think my feed's working really well today. This is a good thing. So how's it going working from home, ladies? I know Liz, you said you're working from home. Gladys, you said you were going to be working from home when we met up last week online. Is it fun? I always work from home, so occasionally I go out and do a class somewhere, but I'm like always working from home. Okay, so that's going to go on there somehow. few dots of glue. Let's see here. Oh, not with the kids here. Yeah, that's kind of challenging, isn't it? Okay, so these are just a couple really little dots of glue. I squeeze my bottle. You know, I keep my bottles upside down in an espresso cup. I don't know if you've seen that before. And then I just gave it a little squeeze to get some glue right there at the tip. And then I just touched it, and I really wasn't squeezing anymore. And that should be just enough to tack it down. And remember, we're going to put all kinds of flowers and such on there, so that should help too. And so I went ahead and, like I said, cut out a bunch of these. So that, oh, I was going to show you the dies. So there's the branch, and there's two different sizes of these, and they emboss too, which is really cool. And they've done multiple. So here's the two big ones, and there's the two medium ones, and there, which we didn't use for this card. And then on this panel, it's got these two, and on this one, it's got the smaller ones of those. Now I thought, 1, 2, 3, I thought I had done another one. I probably have to go cut another one. And then it also has multiples of this pistils. Is that what we've decided they're called? Pistils or stamens? Pistils. And those are going to go on these. This one I cut out in early espresso, just plain cardstock. But these, because they're so teeny tiny, I did put some of this double stick adhesive paper stuff behind them, which makes them really easy to stick on there. And I'm going to go ahead and do that. And really, it makes it much easier. There we go. Like I've said before, I'm really hoping that Stampin' Up! In the new annual catalog comes out with a replacement for the Sizzix product. Because, yeah, not fun to craft without it on some of these little buns. Well, it just makes it nicer and easier. So we're not going to use the centers on those. Some of these are really little. But again, we're going to use that little tiny dot of glue concept. Just stick them together. There we go. There's one. And another. That's one where we need the third one. Okay, I'll come back to that. And this one on a medium one. Okay. Good morning, Jennifer, or good evening. How is your Illinois lockdown going? Gladys, you're technically on lockdown too, aren't you, in Michigan? I know, Liz, you're not really there in Arizona. Let's see, what's next? This one. I think I want a little bit of dimensional under that leaf just to help support it. Oh, you didn't actually cut. Come on. There we go. And then one of these. Okay. Yeah, I was sorry when I was there. It didn't work out for us to get together, Liz. Were you up at your cabin, probably? That looks like it's a lot of fun with the boys. Yeah, so the color combo is petal pink, early espresso. The leaves are granny apple green. And then the card base and layer are pool party. And this one is actually popped up itself. Yeah, Jennifer, I agree. Staying put is really important, and we've been doing that. Well, like I said, I don't go out all the time, but we've been doing more staying at home, and Glenn's been home for the last just over a week, and we've gone out to do little errands and come right back. Okay, there's that one. And we start working underneath there. Probably should have waited to put this one on, but that's okay. We'll make it work. This is another set that would be really fun to go ahead and cut out a whole bunch of stuff and then just sit and play for a while. Figure out what you wanted to do. I don't know if you guys can see, I'm just really doing little dots of glue. That's plenty to hold it right in place, and it lets me position stuff without it oozing everywhere. And then it would help if I took the backing off the dimensional. And stick that in place. And what's next? One of these again. Yep, sorry, I'm not chattering today, but here we go. Hello, Karen. Nice to see you. I'm concentrating, that's what I'm doing. And I'll be right back. I need to cut one more of those little flowers to go right there. So, talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. Once I grab the die. Go. Sorry about that. That one cuts out 2 at a time. I love that they have doubled up. It just makes it so much faster and easier to cut all these things. Kind of like exponential growth, which we're all learning about, right? And I know it's not really exponential, but it feels that way. They like it most of the time because then they miss their internet, right? I'm with them. I would miss it too. But it is nice to get away a lot of times. We do lots of active stuff, which is nice. Yeah, I was glad to have a reason to go to the post office the other day because I was definitely a bit stir crazy. And I don't know if you saw on my Facebook post, they did a really nice job of social distancing at the post office. I felt very comfortable going there. Okay, so there's that panel. And I'm going to glue that on here. And my friend had put this band there, but I like it without. And so I'm not going to add the ribbon. I'm just going to glue this right on. Hopefully get it straight and even. And now add a bit o' bling. I think you could use the champagne rhinestones that are part of the suite, but I like the cool clearness of the regular ones. So that's what I'm going to go with. I like to pick them up and place them with the putty end of the take your pick tool, and then I find the cap is a really good thing to press down with so that you don't kill your fingertip. That's what I'm trying. That's the word I'm looking for. Fingertip. there. And I know my friend added these, but I think I'm going to leave it plain. I'm just going to leave them on the flowers. I like it like that. So there's that one. And really that's what I've prepared for you guys today. Like I said, I'll probably do another one. I'll probably do it exactly the same way, but I'm just going to do it with that birthday sentiment there because I think it works for that too. And I just think it's really pretty. It's very seasonal right now in the Northern Hemisphere. I know that I feel sorry for everybody in the DC area that can't go out and look at the cherry blossoms right now, which is too bad. But this too shall pass. There's another year for cherry blossoms. Hi, Sharon. Nice to see you. Oh, the other thing I wanted to mention is don't forget we're in the last, what is it, week of celebration. There's the first brochure, there's the second brochure, and I haven't printed it out, but there is a third offering that just came up yesterday that is a few things out of the annual catalog that are also available to choose. So place your qualifying order, don't miss out on things. Some things are gone already, but at least here in Australia, most stuff is still available. This is going to be on my blog sometime in the next week or so probably, but I just wanted to show you real fast these cards. I cased them from somebody who I will cite on the blog post. But this uses some of the flowering foils, which is right inside the second brochure. It's these flowering foil specialty designer series paper, and they all have either is it rose gold, but it looks, yeah, it's rose gold and silver, but it comes out looking kind of coppery. Anyway, this one is the silver one. This is one of the silver and rose gold, and the flower I fussy cut and colored in with blends, and the backgrounds here. This one I sponged, and the only way I can tell is because I'm looking very closely at them from very close up, and then that took a while and was boring. So this one, I just went ahead and took my ink pad and just smeared it across, and it worked faster and perhaps, well, they both look good, I think, but anyway, it was faster, and I managed to do it so it's not, I can see one spot where it's overlapped and a little bit blotchy, but most people can't see that. But yeah, I like, when one of them I added an embossed sentiment in silver, and this one I didn't because the flower was bigger. And so these are a lot of fun to play with, and I'll have a couple other designs with those on my blog in the next week. Very fun to play with those. I highly recommend that as a selection from Celebration if you still have stuff to order. Yeah, my strong recommendation is if you want to order Stampin' Up, do it sooner rather than later. At some point, they may decide in Utah or New South Wales or wherever your distribution center is that it's no longer an essential business and that they need to shut down. And then if you wanted something, you'd be sad because you couldn't get it for however many weeks they're shut down. But if you find that you are wanting something and you don't have it, reach out to a demonstrator. They may have stuff that they can help you with. There are things that we are allowed to sell cash and carry. I know that I have several kits on their way to me to be able to make available to customers who might want something to do in their house with their kids. So yeah, just reach out. Liz, if you're looking for something to do with your boys, reach out to Nikki and she can help you um, get what you want, or you can, you know how to order online. You can get whatever you want. So yeah, in this time of unusual behaviors that we all have to do, like staying at home, keeping distant, do please reach out to me if you want to. I'm happy to chat either by text or by FaceTime or some such. And um, I may be putting together some kind of Zoom crafting session at some point. I will let you know and we can sit and craft together and share things. It's not that we couldn't do this before all this happened, but it's just occurred to us now, right? That, oh, we could do that. So, yeah, and if I'm doing an online class and you can supply your own materials, if you're in Australia, I'm happy to send you a kit for my class. But if you're elsewhere, if you want to join in, I can send you a materials list and we can do that together. So keep in touch, keep well, keep safe, and I'll be back here next Wednesday, if not before. Take care. Bye-bye.